Kasper, let me pour you some coffee.
Thank you, Klaus.
The 2 subscription coffees that you'll be receiving this time around. We might as well say it's a couple of classics. It's 2 that we have on our menu from Vista Hermosa in Guatemala and Aga in Ethiopia.
Yeah, tak, Mr. Hermosa.
That's good coffee.
That's nice, really nice.
Really good. I think we met each other online on a chat forum back when the international coffee community was quite small. And he reached out because he heard I was going on a trip to visit Stumptown Coffee Roasters in Portland, Oregon, in the United States.
Yep.
And then we met up and we were chatting about us starting the company. So this was before we actually founded Coffee Collective.
Yeah.
Really hit it off. And he had lots of ideas as a coffee farmer of how you could narrow the gap between farming and enjoyment of coffee. So as a farmer, how could you get one step closer to the final coffee shop guest or the final consumer? He had a lot of ideas. He was very thoughtful about what he could do as a farmer. And they were actually the first farm in Guatemala to get a grower exporter license. So before that, as a coffee producer, as a grower, you had to go through an official exporter to send your coffee out. But this was a new system that was coming into place so they could actually export themselves directly to us as a roaster.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah,
and we had it since we started the company. Basically, the first coffee we bought direct from even before actually starting the company.
Yeah, a very classic sort of like single farm in Huehuetenango region in Guatemala. It's called Vista Hermosa because it has the beautiful view. Really picturesque landscape. Quite high elevation, lots of different testing going on, especially with varieties. But this one is a mix of several varieties, such as Bourbon and Catoai, and these kind of classic, more full-bodied, chocolatey, round, sweet, balanced kind of varieties.
And that is really also what you are to expect in the cup. It's just this classic coffee aroma. For me, it has like this. Can you even say nougat? Is that a thing?
Like French
but like
nougat, yeah.
It has this, yeah, exactly. Nougat, it has like light chocolate, like milk chocolate.
And we both been to visit Vista Hermosa a couple of times. What's your favorite memory from visiting?
Wow, it was my second coffee trip actually.
Yeah.
My first one was to Datera in Brazil, and then I went to visit, so I was just blown away. I remember being there with another buyer, and we were negotiating on who were to get which lot from Edwin. And we actually had to battle it out in a hut. So we went in there and there was like an open fire and we had to sit there for the longest.
Like a sweat hut?
Like a sweat hut. And then the long who could be in there the longest got to get first pick on the lots. I won, so that was
nice.
also good. Yeah,
good
so
job.
that's one of the good memories. And then just beautiful, the elevation, the extremely steep mountains that are around there is it's quite breathtaking.
Yeah, it's a really fantastic place and a fantastic coffee. And I'm really proud that we've been working with them for over 18 years now. Edwin has provided us a lot of, I think, good feedback on how to source more sustainable and also bring us into what are the realities of coffee farming. I remember the first visit, he was really good at explaining like, this is what actually goes on. We might have all these ideas as a buyer, and especially when we were quite young back then. And he was really good at saying, this is the true reality. And the second coffee, of course, is very much your coffee, your little dear child here.
Aga from Yeghechev in Ethiopia.
Yeah, and that for me is one of the most fantastic tasting coffees out there. It's by far the coffee I drink the most these days.
I agree.
And of course you agree. You sourced it, but
so we have been searching for quite many years for this. The way you remembered Yeghechev coffee tasting, like this citrus floral aromas. And for many years, we really struggled to find it, especially in larger quantities as well. If you found it, you found like one small lot. But here with Haptamo, he can just create this magic in a cup in very large scale. So it's fantastic. It's such a well-driven wet mill. He washes this coffee quite in a very traditional way, very much similar to what you would do in Kenya. Yeah. So in Ethiopia, normally you would soak the coffee a little less, and therefore you would maybe have a little more mucilage when you dry the coffee on the drying tables. Here he makes sure to wash all the sugars off, and he just creates this super clean, fantastic floral citrusy coffee.
It's a coffee I drink so much, and still I keep finding new layers of like different kind of florals and the kind of stone fruit peachy things as a base, and then it's just like, it's such a wonderful complex coffee.
So one thing I'm quite proud of actually is that Haptamo is working with around 300 small producers. So it's like really small scale farmers who has their little garden coffee plantations, as you call it, and they sell him the cherries. So he buys the cherries from them, and then he gives them a certain price. It's based on the local market price at the time, and then we pay him for the quality we think the coffee is worth, and then we agreed with him that whatever's above a certain price, around $5, he splits that 50-50 with the small scale producers, and then this is unheard of. So some of these producers gets the highest price in all of Yirgacheffe, which is something I'm really, really proud of. And it makes sure that people really want to sell him cherries because they know he pays a good price. So it's easier for him to access really high quality cherries. So it's a win-win. I mean, we get fantastic coffee and they all get a better price and a fair share.
Which is how it should be.
Absolutely.
Two super coffees. Yeah, I can keep
going. And the way that you can go back and forth is just like, they're so different.
Yeah.
One is just so balanced, really, really just easy, approachable. And the other just have all these layers that just keeps building. The acidity is a bit more vibrant. And
when come time to brew these, if you want to dial them in, I'd recommend going a little bit finer on the Vista Hermosa. That's our general recommendation for these Guatemalan coffees, just a tiny bit finer and a tiny bit coarser on the Aga. The Vista Hermosa, you really need to kind of extract a little bit more from to get that sweetness out. So it can actually taste a little over-extracted when you're under-extracting. So try to really push and get that sweetness out of it. The same goes for espresso. I would really play around with the Aga. I mean, you can go really bold with that. You can do turbo shots, you can do really long extractions, you'll get a lot of aromas out. You can also, if you want to keep it nice and short, you've got to get this like condensed bergamot kind of flavor in the oiliness.
I'm old school, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, I like both, I think, but the Vista Hermosa I would keep a little bit more traditional. Tighter range, 1:2 ratio would be my recommendation for that one. And then you get this nice like chocolatey and the full body kind of flavor out of that. We also developed the roast for that just a tiny bit more so that it's actually like really nicely soluble. Cool, have fun playing around with them and let us know which is your favorite.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching.